Hi there, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to do my very first book review. This book, Reputations by Juan Gabriel Vásquez. It was translated by Anne McLean. This book follows Javier Mayarino, who is a political cartoonist in Colombia. This book starts out when Mayarino, our protagonist, is on his way to a ceremony where he is going to be awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award for his work as a cartoonist. And naturally, he begins kind of a journey of self-reflection on his career and his personal life. And then while at the award ceremony, he meets two people, his ex-wife and also a young woman, who take that journey of introspection and reflection even further and lead him to question the meaning of not just his own success, but even more fundamentally the meaning of truth. What is truth? What is history? What is success? So those were the main themes of the book. And I think that overall it was very successful in questioning those themes. It really brought to light the role that media play, in this case obviously the political cartoon, but in general kind of the way that newspapers were interacting with politics. It talks about personal lives and personal careers, and it does so in a way that is powerful and is effective. So overall, I give this book 4 stars. Moving forward in this review, there's going to be some spoilers, so look out if you plan on reading. I'm going to talk about the spoilery parts, and there was literally a chapter transition in this book where my jaw just dropped open, and I said, oh, that's what the book's about. That's what we've been building up to. So there's definitely spoilers in this book. So turn off now if you don't want them. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. So the rest of the plot is that the young woman who Mayarino meets at the award ceremony is named Samantha Leal, and she had known him. She had been to his house as a young girl. She had been a friend of his daughter's and had come to a party when he had been recently separated from his wife, and had kind of a housewarming party to his new house on his own. And this girl came while at the same time a politician happened to show up at his house who had been the focus of some of his cartoons, let's say, and basically came to beg, are the words that used in the book, beg Mayarino to go more easy on him in the press. And what ends up happening is what looks suspiciously like the politician was raping this young girl. However, there's no witnesses, there's no one that can say yes or no. However, it seems quite clear that that's what happened. Mayarino publishes a cartoon that relates basically that this particular politician, who's already quite distraught over the existing cartoons about him, publishes a cartoon that he likes little girls. And the result is that the politician commits suicide and leaves behind a widow and 2 young sons. This young girl who was raped is left with no recollection of the event and no understanding of why her life has suddenly changed, because her parents know what happened, and her parents take her away from her school. They move away. Her father ends up leaving the family without any explanation, and there's just this snowball effect that he didn't think of when he made the cartoon, right? It was just what he would do. So these events, meeting this woman and bringing those events back into life, lead Mayarino to question what his success meant to other people, while at the same time he's attempting to reconcile with his wife. And he's having these thoughts of, well, what did my success do to my relationship with my wife and my daughter, and is that the reason that I am no longer married to my wife, the fact that I was so successful and what I had to do to be successful. And I think that that's kind of the more traditional narrative that we think of when we think of someone questioning their success and its effect on people and blah, blah, blah. It becomes the narrative that we think of as the traditional narrative is very personal. And so bringing in Samantha and Coelho, who was the politician, his family really broadens that perspective. And it allows us to, again, look at, well, no one saw the rape happen. So does that mean, how responsible was it to publish that cartoon? Look at all the broad ramifications. And what is the responsibility of the cartoonist, of the caricaturist? Do they have a responsibility to fact check like other facets of the same newspaper would? And all of these types of questions. What does it mean to make a cartoon that then makes history? Right? It's very, very interesting, and I think that it was all the more prescient reading it in our current political climate here in the U.S. It definitely had a different ring than it would have had probably a year ago reading. Overall, I really like this book, and I think it's really valuable, particularly in our current political climate. Have you read this book? If you had, I would love to hear what you think about it. Please feel free to subscribe, hit the like button below. You can find all my contact information down there too. And I will see you all later. Bye!